In this tutorial, I'll briefly mention why it's important and useful to shoot camera raw files. If you have a professional DSLR or a semi-professional DSLR, find out whether your camera is capable of shooting raw files. So why shoot raw files? Well, for the sake of this tutorial, I overexposed this picture. Notice that there are hardly any clouds in the sky, and this was a cloudy day. We can try to bring some of the detail back by using brightness and contrast. Slide your slider to the left. Notice that we are able to see some of the detail coming back right here. But I need a lot more. And there's nothing. The highlights have been blown out. Even if I lower the contrast, there's not much that we can get from this image. It's also important to mention that this is a JPEG. I also shot this in camera raw. So let's see what we can do. This is the same image shot in camera raw. I will click on the brush tool at the top. I'll set my exposure. I'll move it all the way to the left since this area is very bright. You can increase the size of your brush within camera raw. Change your feather, change the flow and the density of it. I'll increase the density a bit. And then I'll start painting over this area right here. And notice that I'm getting a lot of detail back that I was not able to retrieve from a regular JPEG. This area is a lot darker, but there is no need to worry. You can simply erase it. You can right-click and move your mouse either to the right or the left, and that's going to increase the size of your brush. And then you can bring back your original exposure. And keep in mind that you can select different spots and you can increase or decrease the exposure. And let me show you what the final picture looks like. This is what I was able to do with camera raw. I was able to bring all the detail back into this picture. All of this was originally here when I shot this image to start with. This is what I was able to do with the regular JPEG. I wasn't able to bring any of the clouds back into my image. So if you're shooting on a very bright day and if you want to retrieve all the detail from your highlights, I strongly recommend that you shoot with camera raw. Therefore, it's important to find out whether your camera supports it or not.